how this expression comes is it comes from the Boltzmann distribution, which you must have read in physics, h nu by, I am using the symbol which physicists use, what you have seen this expression before? If there is a black body radiation sitting at a temperature T, the frequency distribution in the radiated power from the black body will be given by this, where nu is the frequency. This is what Boltzmann found. If h nu by kT is much less than 1, this will be equal to just h nu by kT. So, h nu cancels. So, you get kT joules per hertz. That is exactly what we are getting here, kT joules per hertz. So, this the origin of this, the fundamental origin of this expression comes from this distribution. Of course, it starts falling down if nu goes to a very large value where this inequality is not satisfied, but it turns out that nu will be of the order of 3000 gigahertz. Only beyond that, this expression is no more valid. The kT being constant is no more valid. And most of our electronics is much below this. Unless you are going to optical frequencies, then you will have to worry about this variation in the noise here. But 3000 gigahertz is much beyond our millimeter waves. So, by and large in electronics per se, we do not have any limitation. But if you go to optical frequencies, if you are using optical communication, things like that, you need to worry about this variation with respect to frequency also. Okay. So, this is one source of noise, and this noise nothing can be done, as the only way to do it is to decrease the temperature. Then the other source of noise, which is a dominant noise, other dominant noise is the so called short noise. You will see why the word short has come. In all electronic systems, there is a generation of either holes or electrons or something in the thermionic tubes. You heat up the cathode and the cathode emits electrons, and this electron constitute the current which is controlled in the vacuum tube. In case of transistor, you have a emitter and you apply a base emitter voltage in forward direction or emitter base voltage forward direction, and then the majority carriers are generated, and the majority carriers flow from the emitter to base, through base to the collector, right. So, there is always a generation process, which although we say that the current in the emitter is equal to some exponential relation with respect to voltage across the base and emitter, this is the average value. This will also be continuously varying. So, the rate of emission or generation of these carriers is not a constant value. So, it goes on changing from instant to instant with an average value given by the expressions which we always use, but if you really sit down and observe for all values of t, there will be a variation just like this. And this variation constitute a noise. And since these variations are coming from this charge carriers, either holes or electrons or whatever it is, and this charge carrier generation is a short process, it is generated like shots. So, it is named the short noise. Okay. So, the modeling of the short noise is very interesting. I will not go into this, but it is very interesting model. Each of these charge carriers is like an impulse. If you look at the current at time, whenever there is a short due to generation of one carrier, there will be current impulse. The area under the current is nothing but the charge, right? Integral I dt is equal to charge. So, this charge is the charge on the charge carrier, which happen to be equal to electronic charge E, right. So, the weight of this impulse is E, which is the charge on the electron, and then they are going on producing large number of this, either the holes or electrons or whatever it is. So, they are being produced, but actual process, they do not come in equal intervals, same number. The position of this pulse is a random process, which is what people call it as a Poisson process. For example, you sit on the roadside and observe how the cars are going. You will find there is a car going, another car going, but then you will wait for some time for the next car to come. The way the cars are coming on the road is a random times, and the similar process holds good here also, and such processes are known as the point process or Poisson processes. So, it is modeled as a Poisson process, this is short generation, and this each one of the impulse goes through subsequently through something in the device itself. For example, in the case of emitter, from the emitter, the moment it is generated, it passes through the physical volume of the emitter, and while passing through this impulse becomes a widened impulse and something like this. This is how the modeling is done. This dabba has an impulse response. So, this impulse becomes something like this. So, each of these impulses will generate something like this, and the arrival of this impulse is a random process. So, if you add up all these things, you get a random signal. So, which will have some average, which is the average number of such impulses coming per second, which is the average current. On top of that, there is a variation, which is because of the random times at which it is coming. This is how the so called short noise process is modeled. And if you do all this analysis based on this argument, what people do, it turns out that this current square bar is equal to 2 times E IDCB. Just like your something multiplied by B, here becomes equal to 2 times E IDCB. That is, IDC is the average current generated by the generation process, like the emitter current or something, and then this B is the bandwidth, just like that, depending upon what is the system to which it is inputted, and E is the electronic charge. Remember that this is a constant which has no frequency dependence. The frequency dependence on the amount of power is coming from the system bandwidth, but the generator does not have any frequency dependence. It came the same value irrespective of the frequency. That means the power spectrum of this process is a constant power spectrum, right? Okay, not depend upon f.